Why did the huge tortoise's wardrobe appear in my room and then disappear? Or is my brain playing pranks on me? Anita asked herself as she walked to school that morning. Her heart was heavy. She kept looking over her shoulder, half expecting to see that old wooden wardrobe walking behind her on the street. The fact that her parents couldn't see it made her feel even more alone. But she had a bond now. She felt like the tortoise was her secret friend. When Anita reached the classroom, she was still a bit shaky. She went straight to the wardrobe. As usual, the giant was not there. The space was empty and quiet. Maybe if I feed him again, he will protect me from the bad dreams, she whispered. She took out her food flask. This time it was pounded yam and delicious egusi soup. She hesitated for a moment, remembering the blindness of Tund, but her love for the creature was stronger than her fear. She dropped the flask, tightened the lid as usual, and closed the wardrobe doors. During the morning assembly, Anita couldn't stand still. She sneaked back into the class to check. She opened the wardrobe. Her flask was there, open and empty. The soup was gone. But then she noticed something new. Right next to her empty flask was another food flask. It was a very expensive-looking silver container. This one was full of strange-looking black meat and dark rice. It had not been touched at all. Who dropped this food? Anita asked herself, her eyes wide. And why did the tortoise choose my own instead of this one? When the bell rang and the pupils entered the class, Aunt Miriam walked in with a very serious face. She went straight to the wardrobe and threw the doors open. There, standing inside the wardrobe in full view of the 18 pupils, was the huge green tortoise. It looked magnificent. Aunt Miriam looked at the expensive silver flask she had placed there earlier. It was still full. Aunt Miriam's face turned from brown to a dark, angry purple. She let out a scream that shook the windows. Why didn't it eat my food? Who fed it? Who? Who has dared to touch my sacred altar? The classroom became as cold as a refrigerator. Anita's body was soaked with sweat. She sat at her desk, trembling so hard her pencil fell to the floor. God, I don't want to die. Please, don't let her find out it was me, she prayed in her heart. Aunt Miriam usually fed the tortoise once a week. It was a spiritual meal that kept her power strong. Every week for 5 years, the tortoise had finished her food before she even closed the door. This was the first time it had rejected her. Eat, Aunt Miriam hissed. She picked up a piece of the black meat from her silver flask and tried to force it into the tortoise's mouth. I commanded you to eat. This is our covenant. The tortoise did something amazing. It didn't bite her, but it slowly bowed its head to the ground, closing its mouth tightly. It was a clear no. The pupils started murmuring. Who went there? Who fed the monster? Is the person still alive? Aunt Miriam began to cry. It wasn't a sad cry. It was the cry of a wounded lion. She fell to her knees in front of the wardrobe. I swear, if I catch that person, I will break them into pieces completely. I will grind them into dust, she shrieked. She leaned close to the tortoise's ear, whispering, Tell me, communicate with me. Who did this? Who is trying to steal your heart away from me? The tortoise remained silent. It didn't blink. It didn't move. It acted as if Aunt Miriam was not even there. Since my teaching career started, this has never happened. Miriam screamed at the class. You can hide now, but you can't run forever. The owner of the food will be found. The rest of the school day was a nightmare. Aunt Miriam didn't teach. She just sat at her desk, staring at every pupil one by one. Her eyes were like glowing coals. When the closing bell finally rang, the children scrambled to pack their bags, desperate to escape. Everyone can go, Aunt Miriam said, her voice now dangerously low and calm. But Anita, you wait. I want to have a little chat with you.